Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the start of another weekend reading vlog. Hi, hello. I just finished watching episode 5 of The Last of Us. It's the Henry and Sam one. Oh, that hit me so hard. Taking a second to start this vlog and say hello. It's officially the weekend, thank God. And my weekend plans have actually changed. I was gonna go up to visit my friend tomorrow for the day because she lives a couple hours out of town, but she was busy with work, or she got scheduled in for work, so I got the weekend to myself now, doing nothing. So tomorrow I have my live stream. It's going to be scheduled at the same time, which is great. And then just a bunch of reading and writing. I did finish draft 4 of A Second Story and yesterday. So from here, I'm going to be doing a couple more passes, I think, as I, keep editing that. And I'm really sorry about my dishwasher. I just realized how loud it is. A couple more passes to see how good I can get it, that kind of a thing. I'm not coherent because I've just been sobbing for the past 5 minutes. But as for what I'm reading this weekend, I'm going to be continuing to read through The Stars Undying by Emery Robin. I'm still in the same place that I was last weekend, about 150 pages in, I think. I don't remember. Yes. 150 pages in, just about to start part 2 of the story. But I also started a reread of The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. This is the one book of the Sapphic Trifecta that I read when Tor had their Sapphic Trifecta release, like The Jasmine Throne and She Who Became the Sun, and this one. This is the only one that I didn't really love, and I'm wondering if it's because I read it with the audiobook and the audiobook narrator wasn't that great, and I'm wondering if she tainted it for me, because that happens to me a lot. Actually, I find that I just get so irritated and put off by the audiobook narrators that the story isn't as enjoyable for me. So I'm rereading this also because I have a hold on the next book through my library, and I wanted to make sure that I read through this before I get that hold in. It's not in yet. I don't actually know if it's released yet, the actual book, The Faithless. But I'm giving C.L. Clarke another chance because so many people love this book and I really want to love it too. So I'm giving it another chance. And I love rereads, as you guys know, so I'm hoping that this reread goes pretty well. And this reread I'm actually doing without an audiobook because I didn't like the audiobook last time. So it's going to take me longer to get through, obviously, because the audiobooks make it easy for me to zoom right through. Hopefully I will like this better this time around. No, it said it's the second time. I'm only like 37 pages in because I started it at midnight just so I could have something to read before bed, kind of a thing, just the other day. But 37 pages in, and I am liking the writing style, and I feel like I've put enough distance between my original opinion that I'm going to try and give it a better opinion this time. So those are the 2 books that I'm going to be focusing on this weekend. Hopefully I get something wrapped up this weekend. I have a couple short books on my TBR, like The Death of Vivek Oji and Nettle and Bone, that I might dive into as well. And a couple novellas as well on my shelves. But this week coming up, the 20th to the 27th, is the Trans Rights Readathon, and I want to get my hands, I've been trying to get my hands on a bunch of books that I can read for that. But because I don't read a whole lot during the week, I'm probably going to concentrate my reading to the weekend. So next weekend is going to be the Trans Rights Readathon weekend, for me at least. And I'm going to be reading a lot of books by trans authors and non-binary authors and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get my hands on them because I've put a bunch of books on hold at the library and I have 2 audiobooks through Libby right now. But the books on hold don't look like they're going to come in fast enough. I have a book on my shelves that I definitely want to read, which is The Genesis of Misery by Neon Yang. And then I have a bunch of their novellas as well that I want to read, or that I have to read if I want. And I also have a romance book, A Lady for a Duke by Alexis Hall, that I could read as well. I think all the other books on my shelves by trans or non-binary authors I've read already, so those are the only 2 I have on my shelves. And then I have the 2 audiobooks as well. So, and I don't read a lot during the weekends anymore, but I'm gonna try read a bunch. Anyways, just letting you know, that's what's coming for the next reading vlog. But yeah, so that's gonna be my weekend. As for right now, at this moment, I'm gonna get back to The Last of Us, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite shows of all time. We're just gonna sob some more. I can feel it. I can feel it coming because we're now over the halfway mark, and these last 6, 7, 8, and 9 are some emotional wild rides. So I'm ready. Am I ready? I don't know. But I might only be able to get through 1 more or 2 more tonight because they are long episodes. So we'll see. It's the weekend. I'm ready. Let's do it. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Saturday. I just finished my live stream with all of you lovely people, and I wanted to pop in and say hey. Last night I ended up, of course, watching the entirety of The Last of Us and just crying. So I had a late start this morning, which was fine because actually I did my piano lesson last night, so didn't need to get up early for it, which thank God, because I needed some sleep. But yeah, done my live stream for the day. Love that for me. I've finished all of freaking The Last of Us. It's one of my favorite shows ever now. I low-key want to rewatch it, even though I know that's just going to be emotional damage to me. But there are other shows on HBO that I want to watch, or crave. It's crave. Before my subscription is up for the month. I only wanted to do it for a month because it's inexpensive. $22 a month subscription. I got it specifically just so I could catch up on shows that I've been missing on HBO and Crave. So actually, if you guys have any recommendations for shows that you guys think I should check out, please let me know. The next one that I'm going to be doing is Our Flag Means Death. So I will be watching that one. That was that. Today I started reading through a second story again, out loud this time, which is very fun. And I'm finding it to be an incredible editing thing to do because I love reading things out loud. It's so fun. As a kid, I would have that would have put me in a coma, you know, if you had told 8-year-old me that I loved reading things out loud, because that was always my least favorite thing to do, is read out loud, especially for strong beginnings and stuff. Because it always I don't know, my teachers always thought I wasn't as good of a reader as I actually was because I just couldn't read out loud. But then you asked me my reading comprehension, it was all there. I just can't read out loud, but I got good at it because I practiced it all the time in different accents. For university, I would read stuff out loud to keep my brain engaged. I would always read it in an accent. So that's what I've been doing for a second story. I've been reading it out loud in an accent. I went through chapter 1 a couple times today and then kept going because I want chapter 1 to just be that perfect chapter, you know? I'm so excited. But yes, actually, I mentioned it on my live stream a couple weeks ago as to what I'm planning to do for release week, different things that I'm going to do to celebrate when I release this on May 11th when it's published. And I think one of the things I'm going to do is do a live stream on that Thursday where I read chapter 1 to you guys out loud and answer questions and just hang out and stuff like that for an hour and a bit, I guess, to celebrate it being released. So definitely mark your calendars, May 11th, which is a Thursday. There will be a live stream that day at some point. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Read it out loud to y'all. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Anyways, I'm now going to quickly run to the library before it closes at 5. I have an hour. Drop a book off and pick up one that is on hold for me. I got the hankering to read this today, which I might do. I might start reading that today, but I do have, of course, my other 2 books that I want to get through. I think what's drawing me to Amina El-Sarafi is because I got this in the mail yesterday. This is one of my pre-orders that was stuck in indigo limbo for almost a month, and it's finally here. And A Day of Fallen Night is currently in the last stage of the delivery stuff. If today was a work day, it would be delivered today kind of a thing, but I don't think they deliver on weekends. The shipping company that they work with, Apple Express, I don't think they deliver on weekends, but so that'll be here Monday, hopefully. But yeah, 2 of my pre-orders are finally released from indigo limbo, and there's one more, my Arca one, that should be released soon. But yeah, I want to read Amina because of that, and I'm really intrigued by it, but I feel like I should probably make good headway on one of these 2 that I told you about at the beginning of the video, or I'm really low-key in the mood to read this novella. So we're gonna see what I end up doing when I get back, and then I'm about to go to the library. So I'll catch up with you later. Now a little later that I just finished reading Nettle and Bone by Kingfisher. What an utter delight! That was perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. This book is utter perfection. Trigger warnings for miscarriage and physical abuse, domestic abuse, and gore and blood and other things. This book was perfection. Every bit of it, perfection. And the tears at the end were happy tears, and that hasn't happened in a really long time. Y'all, this was an utter delight. This was just an utter delight. This is a new favorite book of all time. I will be rereading this over and over and over again. It is on the line of cozy fantasy. You cannot see me, hold on. It is on the line of cozy fantasy. This is probably a little bit more in the lines of like The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. That level of cozy, because that one is like a horror fantasy, but it has fairy tale elements, and the fairy tale elements just add such a, I think it's a nostalgic coziness, and that's what this had. But this was funny, and this was lovely. Oh my god, I want to go back in and reread it. I don't even have to run this through Cop Out. This is 5 stars. This was incredible. Incredible. And I annotated it so much, it just now looks like it has green screen edges. Every bit of it. I'll show you the annotations, but every bit of this book is just perfection. God, it's just so good. I would die for Bone Dog. I want Fenris in my life. If I could pick a fictional character to pull out of the pages and marry them, it would be Fenris, because Fenris is perfect. And he is actually, like, as I was reading it, he would say the simplest of things, and just the utter sincerity, and just, he's so good. He's so good. And in that, like, he is what the love interest is going to be in book 3 of Arrowmount. He is going to be what the love interest, like, it's gonna be modeled after him, because like I had that character, that just that feeling in my head, and I thought of what I wanted to do for book 3, and now I have an actual character to kind of model them after. God, oh, what a delight. This book is so good. Highly recommend. Oh, now I'm so excited to read more T. Kingfisher. I'm so glad that I have Sword Heart up there from the library. I have it, I'd say up there. It's on the edge of my piano, right? Where's my finger? Right about there. It's one of my library books. It's not what I picked up today, though. What I picked up today from the library is my friend's book club pick, which is something by Jan Martel. It's over there. I can't see it. But oh my god, what a delight. I'm so glad that I decided to pick this up today. I read a little bit of The Stars Undying earlier, and I just couldn't get into it. I read like maybe 30-40 pages, and I just couldn't get into it, so I just put it down. I kept like not knowing what to do. I didn't know if I wanted to start writing and working on Arrowmount book 2 or continuing to work on book 1. I plugged in my Switch because I kind of want to look at some cozy games, but then I was like, I also want to read, and I felt like I was in the mood to read a book all in one sitting. And so I was like, well, I gotta go for the tiniest book on my TBR for March, and I did, and I'm so glad. Oh, this is a new favorite of all time. As it says on the front here, pure delight. T. Kingfisher uses the bones of fairy tale to create something entirely her own, and that is so correct. Oh my god, I need to check out everything that T. Kingfisher has ever written now. I need to, just because it was an utter delight, and I know she writes in a lot of different genres, I think, like horror and stuff, like What Moves the Dead, I think that's a horror, or like horror fantasy adjacent, but I need everything. So if you guys have read any T. Kingfisher, please let me know what are the good ones, and I will check them out. I would love to know, but oh my god. Maybe I'll pull out my Switch and find something cozy to do. I've been watching new to me gaming channel called Gab Smolders, and she's amazing. I found her through a space game called Scars that she played. She played only the first episode, and then I was like going into her channel to find other things. And I watched her play The Cult of the Lamb, which is something that I want because it looks like Hades meets Animal Crossing, which sounds amazing. And it was such a fun game to watch. And now I'm watching her play through Stardew Valley. Just as background noise, I've had it on literally all day. I'm on Stardew Valley Expanded 3 of hers, and every one of her episodes is like over 2.5 hours long. It's good background noise, but oh, what a good day. All right, I'll chat with you guys later. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Sunday. I'm here just about to run out because Mom and I are going out for dinner tonight rather than me going to Mom and Dad's for dinner because Dad is currently out of town. So Mom's like, why don't we just go out for dinner? I'm like, that's a great idea. So that's where I'm going to be running to. But I just want to pop and say, hey, nothing really has gone on today. Nothing crazy, nothing at all. I've been working on a second story today, which has been exciting and good. I'm now through part 1 of this pass through. Oh, hello. I'm just in the corner. That's lovely. And I'm hoping that I can get through some of part 2 today when I get back home, because I know Amy has her stream later today, so that'll be good. Continuously reading this out loud. It's a fantastic editing strategy. I am loving it. So that's good. But anyways, I thought I'd pop in and say, hey, I'm off to dinner with my mom. Goodness me. Hello, my lovely friends. It is now much too late for me to be awake, but welcome to my life and my messed up sleeping schedule. I totally forgot to update you earlier. Dinner with mom was lovely. It ended up actually being longer than I expected, because usually when you go to a restaurant, you sit there and you get your food and you eat it in like 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes later you're like, all right, let's go. And it takes like maybe a half hour total if you have a really speedy restaurant, of course. This time mom and I got there at like 5:30. We left at 7 because we just talked the whole time, and it was so lovely. It's one of those conversations that I rarely have with my mom. We have to be in a very specific mood, the both of us, to have these kind of like rolling conversations where we just like cover all the topics under the sun. And I got home and I texted her, I'm like, that was lovely. And she goes, you know, we need to fix the world every once in a while. And I'm like, that's exactly it. This is like, it's one of those chats that like, you just need to fix the world. I've had a few of them, and I remember like all of them with my mom. They're always in cars or when we had on a plane, which was really funny. I remember it very specifically because my friend was with us, not like in the seat having the chat with us. I think she was sitting with my dad because we brought her along on a trip. It was just my mom and I sitting in the emergency seat because they gave me the emergency seat because my legs were so long, and they haven't changed. And we just had this like amazing chat. It was so weird. Same kind of a thing happened today. Got home at like 7:30 around then. And then I was like, oh, this is wonderful. And I sat back down and I started reading a little bit of the Unbroken, and also watching the same gaming YouTuber that I've been watching all day, Gab Smulders. Almost missed the entirety of Amy's stream because I was so caught up in the book and her. And I got in there for the last little bit, which is good that I managed to get in, at least for a little bit, and I ended up working more on a second story after that. I think I'm nearly done part 2. I think I have 4 chapters left. And again, I love reading things out loud. It is such a genuine pleasure to edit out loud, and I never thought I would say that. Like, it's also a really good indicator of when my brain is tired and when I should stop editing rather than just sitting and editing for hours, because it's not only that my voice will get tired, but it'll be like I will stop wanting to speak out loud because I'm tired and I just want to sit there and stare at things, and then I'll be like, maybe I should just stop because I'm not doing my best work, right? So that's a really interesting indicator. I like that happened. But yeah, I ended up reading a little bit more of the Unbroken today. I think I got to page like 112. It is going better this time, and there's things that are happening that I'm like, what? What do you mean? So, you know, the glories of rereading. You forget everything when you're me anyways. And I have now watched two? I think it was 2 today of Gab Smulder's like really long videos that she's put up where she covers like an entire game. One of them was like a Mystery Mansion thing. I think she just put it up the other day, like today or yesterday. Watched that whole thing and just like it was like 3.5 hours of just this mystery game that she sat down and played with her Twitch subscribers, and it was just so intriguing to watch, like, because I could never. Puzzle games can never, I don't have the brain for puzzles like that. Like, I love like actual like jigsaw puzzles, but like any other puzzle, not for me. But yeah, I watched that, and then I started watching one where she does like a detective game, which was so intriguing to watch because it was literally just like, you are the detective, you are given an empty town, and you have to figure out what happened to this. You're given the prompt of like what happened to the wife of somebody, and it ended up unraveling so many things because you're given access to very few things that you then have to like figure out secrets and find keys to more stuff, and you're given no direction. You just have to explore everything, and you have to figure out what happened in this town. And it was so cool to watch. God, I'm like, I can feel myself being sucked into it. Yes, I've had a good Sunday. Yet again, it's already technically Monday, but okay, it's already Monday. What am I doing this week? Oh, it's the Trans Rights Readathon this week, which is very exciting. I've put up a bit of content on TikTok for that. But again, I will be vlogging that when I do read for it. I don't know if it's going to be a strictly weekend vlog, but probably, because I just don't read that much during the week because of work. So I am hoping that I do get a little bit of reading done. You'll see that next weekend as well. And I'm really excited because I actually went to check and put another trans book on hold. It's a graphic novel actually, and it's available. So very happy about that. So it should be in my library in the next couple of days. But I went to check on my holds, and there's a couple that are actually in transit right now. So I will have them for this week, which just means I can read even more amazing books. And I'm so excited about it. But yeah, I think I'm going to start with The Genesis of Misery, which is the sci-fi book that I have. I've come to the realization that I just don't think I'm in the mood for The Stars Undying right now. I tried to read it yesterday and I just couldn't get into it. So I think I'm gonna just kind of press pause on it just for like the week and then come back to it before the end of March to see how things go. Before the end of March, probably the beginning of April, because this readathon is gonna take me to the end of March, the 27th. So I think that's kind of how that one's gonna be, but I really want to really enjoy it, you know? It's slow, it's inspired by Shakespeare, Cleopatra and Julius Caesar, like it's queer. I want to really love it. So I want to not force myself to read it. And I'm just gonna wait. And I think it's the audiobook narrators that are really bothering me because they're so boring to listen to. Such bad choices. Such bad choices. So, and I know I can't get through this without an audiobook because it is a little dense. So I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and keep going. Or I could just try without an audiobook and be fine. But who's to say? That's the update. This weekend we've only really finished Nettle and Bone, which was so good, and I gave 5 stars. It's a new favorite. Like, I want to reread it right now. It's one of those, like, I sat there for the next like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hour after reading it, and I'm just like, I just want to restart it. I just want to start at page 1 and read it again, which is such a lovely feeling. Ooh, okay. Anyways, yeah, that's the update for today. Did a lot of work on a second story today. I got like 70 something pages read of The Unbroken, which I'm happy with because I really want to actually prioritize that one as well. And I'm excited for the week to start, which is always good. Excited for the week to start so I can get wonderful books read by trans people and trans and non-binary authors and just really enjoy the week ahead. We are so nearly at the end of March. I'm also expecting a cover any day now. I'm so excited to see what my cover artist does with certain elements of it that I haven't really seen. Yeah, I'm so intrigued to see kind of what she does with it all incomplete. It's kind of weird to say, but we'll see that. And I think she wants to have like a final meeting to like talk about stuff. So that'll be wonderful. And then April, I want to start as soon as I've said this in my writing vlog, but as soon as I'm done this pass through of a second story, I'm going to be formatting it. It's like starting to format it. So once I'm done this pass through, which is going pretty quickly because I am just reading it out loud to myself, I think I'm going to throw it into Word and then get that book formatting program Atticus that I was talking about previously in a different vlog and see how that works. And I think that will be a separate vlog to my writing vlog and this one, obviously, because this one's done tomorrow, but it's going to be like its own like book formatting vlog for you guys because I love documenting all that stuff. I really do. Anyways, I'm rambling. It is well past 2 in the morning and I need to get up for work tomorrow. So I'll catch you then. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Monday. It is officially the end of the day. It is 9:40. I'm home from work. I'm tired and I'm just about to fully edit this vlog and put it up for you guys. But I wanted to pop in and say hello. How are you guys doing? It's Monday. This weekend was pretty good. Did a lot this weekend. Sort of reading and writing wise, definitely writing wise. But yeah, everything is good and golden. There's not really anything I have to update you on. Today I actually finally bought Atticus, the formatting software that I'm going to be using for a second story. So I'm excited about that. I have it and I want to finish a second story first, this pass through, before I throw it into Atticus and like start fiddling around with that. But I'm just really excited about it, so I bought that today. So that's fun and exciting. I've got that formatting software. I haven't read anything today because I don't usually read during work anymore because I listen to other things. I'm not in an audiobook during work mood. But oh my God. I love when this happens. I'm getting little notifications in the corner of my phone. My cover artist just said that the cover proper is done. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Anyways, today is the start of the Trans Rights Readathon, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully before I go to bed, I can start my first book. I think it's going to be Genesis of Misery by Neon Yang, which is going to be exciting. I also found out that there is a trans character in The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi, so if I want to read that, I could as well. But I do have so many books by actually trans and non-binary authors to read. So, oh my God, I got my copy of A Day of Fallen Night today. It's so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful. My cover artist just sent me my cover and I need to go look at it now, but guys, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh my God, what a wild ending to this vlog. But okay, Okay, so this weekend, what did I do? I did a lot of reading, kind of around. I read a little bit of The Stars Undying by Emery Robin, which I've decided to kind of put down for now because I'm just not feeling it. I will come back to it probably in the beginning of April. I also read about 100 pages roughly of The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke, which I'm getting back into. It's a reread. I'm not really that far in. I'm like right there. But I did read Nettle and Bone in its entirety by T. Kingfisher, and this is a brand new favorite book of mine, and I'm so excited that I finally dove into this and absolutely adored it. I'm so glad that I adored this. Oh my god. I highly recommend it. But if you do go in, please check trigger warnings beforehand, just so that you don't go in and get really triggered by the content in this book that I explained earlier. But what a good weekend. It's been great. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. I'm gonna go look at my cover now. Bye!